Hello, my beautiful people, and welcome to Fun in the Kitchen with April. I just want to send a shout out to all of my clients and my seniors that I volunteer with, usually on Mondays. Everyone has been checking in with me, and I so appreciate you. I'm telling you, no one has better clients than I do. I think I have the best bunch of clients and seniors that I volunteer with. Yes, ma'am. And so I just want to say thank you for really looking out for me and checking on me. And I've really miss you guys, and I can't wait to see you again. And I hope all the tips and the videos that I've sent you to help you with your hair care has helped. And again, I just really wanted to thank you. So I'm doing a special shout out on Fun in the Kitchen with April today for you. And again, let's thank God and keep everyone in prayer. Thank God for keeping all of us healthy, and those who are fighting the virus, we're going to thank God for their healing, because we know that God is the one that is doing all this healing, and He is going to take care of us. So without further ado, I am going to show you how to make my version of chicken parmesan. Okay, so for our chicken parmesan, we're going to need chicken breast. So here I have about 6 pieces of chicken breast. They're kind of cut up a little bit. That's kind of how I want them. I have 2 eggs that I have not beat up yet in a bowl. So we have 2 eggs. I'm using this complete seasoning because it has everything you could possibly imagine in this seasoning: your garlic, your onion, salt, pepper, some oregano, other dried herbs in here. Very good seasoning. We're going to need olive oil, mozzarella cheese. I'm using shredded and sliced mozzarella cheese. I'm going to use Ritz crackers for my breadcrumbs. We're going to need some Parmesan cheese and, of course, tomato sauce. Okay, and I'll probably use more than 1 jar, but we'll see as we continue to go on. And here are my crackers, and I'm going to show you how we're going to crush these up ourselves. And I forgot to mention, I am going to use 3 cheese tortellini instead of spaghetti. Typically you would use spaghetti with chicken parmesan, but I want to do something a little different, so I'm going to use the 3 cheese tortellini. Okay, so to make your own breadcrumbs, you're going to take these crackers, or even if you wanted to use toasted bread, you can do that. But I'm using garlic butter Ritz crackers because I really like the flavor that the garlic butter crackers have. So I'm going to use these. Okay, so you're going to put them in a plastic bag, and you're going to take your rolling pin and just crush them like that. And see, they crush up so easy. And that's what you want to do. They just crush up so easy. I have another pack of crackers sitting here just in case I need it, but we'll see. Just like that. And you see it crushed up so nice and easy. And this is really going to give us some extra flavor into our chicken parmesan. And you see, there you go. You have breadcrumbs. Nice and easy. No reason to have to buy breadcrumbs when you can make them yourself with the things that you already have in the house. Okay, especially during this time when we are limited to the house and you only want to go out if you have to, if you need something, you know. So use what you have in the house. Okay, so what I'm going to do, I am going to season my chicken. And remember, again, as I always say, please wash your hands. Soap and water. Wash your hands. Make sure your hands are nice and clean before you start cooking. And even after handling raw meat, you're going to have to wash your hands. Okay, because you don't want to cross-contaminate. All right? Okay, so I'm just going to sprinkle our chicken with this good seasoning here. And this is going to be all the seasoning that I use. I like this seasoning because you don't need anything else when you use this. Okay, this has everything you could possibly think of in it. I mean, everything. So we're just going to use this seasoning, and I'm going to get this seasoning all over. Okay, I'm kind of going to mix it up there, make sure we have everybody seasoned in here. Yes. Get this together. Yep. So this is all you're going to do. And you just, wherever you see it needs more seasoning, just put some more in there. That's all. Just mix it up real good like that. Okay? That's all you're going to do. Okay? Alright. So now I am, and you see, if you noticed, I use one hand for the chicken and one hand for my bottle because I don't want to cross-contaminate anything. I don't even want to touch my seasoning bottles with the hand that I touched my raw meat with. Okay? So what I'm going to do now, give me a second, and I am going to wash my hands. In fact, I'm not even going to touch the camera. You can hear me. I'm going to wash my hands with soap because I do not want to cross-contaminate. Okay? So give me a second. I'll be back with you. Okay, here I come. I'm going to dry my hands off. All right. So I have that done. Now what I want to do, I want to take some Parmesan cheese. I want to open up my breadcrumbs that I have in here that I've made. I want to open that up. And I want to pour some Parmesan cheese in it. Just like that. Okay? There we go. And I'm going to take this bag and I'm going to shake it around a little. Okay? And we have some chunks of Parmesan cheese in there. That's okay. Okay. So this is what I'm going to do. I see some more chunks of Parmesan cheese. So this is what I'm going to do. I'm just going to dredge my chicken into my egg, my 2 eggs that I already beat up here. Okay? And then I'm going to put the chicken in here. And I'm just going to dump all the chicken in there. Okay? So I'm going to do that. And put that in there. And this is all you're doing. Let some of that egg wash come off of there. And the reason why we're using egg wash to coat our chicken with is so that when we go to put it into our breadcrumbs here, it'll stick nicely on there. Okay? And this is all we're doing. Okay? It's going to stick nicely on there. That's all I'm doing. So I'm going to finish doing that and I'll come back. Okay, I have all my chicken in here and I've closed the top of my Ziploc bag. And I'm just going to shake everything around in here because I want to make sure that all my chicken gets coated with the breadcrumb. Now you could do a bowl and dip it like that. This is just faster, so I don't have to keep going back and dipping. I think this will work just the same. Okay? And that's all we're going to do right there. Okay, so now we have our chicken coated with our breadcrumbs. Nicely coated with our breadcrumbs. And what we're going to do is go to our pan and we're going to cook this for a little bit in our pan. Okay, we're not going to cook it all the way, but we want it to kind of brown up a little bit. Okay? Okay, so I've poured about 2 tablespoons full of olive oil, and that's all we need really to do our chicken the way we want to do our chicken. Okay? And all we're going to do is put our chicken into our pan. And that's what we're going to do. I had to get some tongues here for my chicken. And so again, Now with these garlic butter cracker crumbs, it actually makes the chicken smell really, really good. Now I have my stove, my eye on high, because I kind of want it to heat up quickly, but I don't want my olive oil to burn. So I just want my olive oil to kind of just get heated up before I actually, before it actually gets really, really hot. So I'm gonna go ahead and put my chicken in here. And my chicken got nicely coated. Uh-oh, some of the breadcrumbs want to come off. That's okay. We're just going to put all this chicken in here, just like that. As many pieces as you can fit into your pan. And I think I may be able to fit all of my pieces of chicken in here. I may overcrowd my pan a little bit, but that's okay. Because I just want to get my chicken seared. That's all. I'm not cooking it fully because we're going to put this in the oven. And I already have my oven preheated to 400 already. So I'm going to wash my hands again. Okay, so the chicken is really starting to cook up. And I'm just going to get it brown. That's all I want to do, is get my chicken brown. I have my water on back here for my tortellini because I think that's going to be really, really good. And we're just going to let this brown up a little bit. So it's starting to sizzle a little bit. I'm going to let that cook a little bit before I turn it over. Probably maybe 4 minutes on each side, okay? Because again, we're not going to cook it all the way because we're going to put it in the oven, okay? So we just want to brown this. So about 4 minutes on each side. Because you want your breadcrumbs to be on here and get nicely coated. Okay, and I'll be back. Okay, as you can see, it's browning up nicely. So I'm just turning my chicken over just so that each side can get brown. So that side is not as brown as I would like it to be. But that's all we're doing. We're going to turn this over so that each side can get nicely browned up. I kind of packed my chicken in here. And I have some more chicken that I have to put in here too. Okay. Uh-oh. Some of my coating came off. And that's all you're going to do. We're just going to let that brown up. I'll be back. Okay. So I've taken my jar of marinara sauce. And I just kind of poured it in this the pot that I had the chicken browning in, because I want to get up anything that was left in the pot. So what I'm actually doing with the sauce is deglazing the pot. So when I go to put this sauce on the chicken, it is going to have all the seasoning and everything in it. And I only needed to do that for a hot second. So now I can turn it off. So before I actually put my cheese and everything onto my chicken, I am going to pour this sauce over my chicken. Okay? Just like that. That's all you're going to do. Just like that. Make sure every piece of chicken has sauce on it. And I am going to use another jar of spaghetti sauce, simply because I want to have extra sauce with this, you know. I want to make sure that we have a nice saucy, especially being that my husband likes sauce. So I want to make sure that he has enough sauce for this dish. Okay? And that's all you do with that. So now what we do is we're going to go ahead. we're going to go ahead and we're going to put our cheese slices onto our pieces of chicken. Okay, I have mozzarella cheese slices, and I'm just going to put it on each piece of chicken. Now when I put this in the oven, I'm not going to cover it because I want it to get nice and crispy. Okay, so I only have 4 pieces left, which is why we have shredded mozzarella cheese. That's good. And everything's just gonna melt together anyway. That's all that's gonna do. All of this is just gonna melt together anyway. So either way it goes, we're still good. Okay? And I believe that should be enough cheese there. I'll just sprinkle a little bit around here. Okay, so we're good. Okay, so now we have our cheese on here and we're ready to slide this into the oven. Again, it's at 400 degrees and I'm gonna leave this in here for about 15 minutes because it's not gonna take the chicken that long to cook because we browned it, so we pre-cooked it a little bit. Okay, so I will see you in a little bit. Now I've added a half a jar of more spaghetti sauce into a separate pot, and I went ahead and seasoned it with the same seasoning that I used for the chicken and heated it up, and there you go. You can add this to the rest of your meal if you feel like you need more sauce. And this is the chicken Parmesan with 3 cheese tortellini, and I did put the extra sauce on top of the noodles and the chicken. As you can see, it is a delicious meal, and this is what's for dinner tonight. So remember to like, comment, subscribe, and if you look in the corner of the video, you'll see my face towards the end of the video. That is the subscribe button, so you can press on that and you will be subscribed. And also press the notification bell so you know the next time I have a great video coming for you. Bye.